So, it's about to be a new year, and something tells me you couldn't care less because you're depressed. I don't know how depressed. I don't know if you're just here because you know someone who's depressed. I don't know if you're clinical. I don't know if you're suicidal. I don't know if you're dysthymic or despondent or apathetic. You're clearly not doing great, and I'm really sorry about that. That sucks. Something that comes over a lot of people, whether they're mentally struggling or they're just, I don't know, limping into the next year, is our possibilities. What could come? And if you're depressed, oftentimes you don't see past your depression, so a new year is just a reminder that more time has gone by and you still don't feel good. I'm one of those people, having such a long history with depression, who feels like despite how shitty you feel, it shouldn't control certain actions you take. Even if you don't think you care, future you will care. And so you clicked on a video that is suggesting 5 things you can do as New Year's resolutions to help move along your depression. Now, if you even choose one of these things, cool. And if you have something to offer in the comment section, add it. And right now I'm going to tell you 5 New Year's resolutions for depressed people. And by the way, I am a depressed people. That's who I am. It doesn't define my day-to-day, but it's part of my story. Number 1, I want you to talk more about your depression this next year. I think something a lot of us do is expect that no one wants to hear about this. We don't want to burden anybody. We don't want to bother anybody. And so we internalize everything we're going through and act like we should be able to fix it. Especially macho bullshit men who think that they shouldn't express emotions and feelings or pain or suffering. Talk about it. That should be a New Year's resolution. I don't care if it's with an acquaintance, if that makes it easier for you, a close family friend, a pro, but talk about your mood more. If there's one thing this channel has taught me is that more people need to know about this stuff. More people are going through it than we think. And openly expressing how you're experiencing not only can give you some relief, but it can definitely help others. You'd be surprised at who is actually struggling with this stuff. Sometimes it's the happiest people that appear the most in touch and in check that are struggling the most. So talk about your depression, your anxiety. Number 2, swallow your pride and go get some professional help. Any level of professional help. If you don't have insurance, if you don't have a ton of money, look into free local resources. There are people out there that can help you. And if you think you can get better on your own without help, you're crazy. You're lying to yourself. You're confused. But your damaged brain probably can't fix your broken mind. Chew on that one for a while. Go get some help. It's okay. It's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of bravery, my friend. Number 3, I want you to create one good habit each month of this next year. Now, that sounds kind of broad, but hear me out. I think a lot of times we think that something's going to happen and we're going to get just miraculously better. But really, in my experience, and in the experience of a lot of people I've been in touch with, mood disorders are just like the profound compilation of a lot of poor habits and circumstances compiled on one another. And of course, there's a biological side to it as well. But a lot of times we're just living shitty. And it ends up creating depressive feelings for some of us. I want you to pick one thing each month you're going to do that you're not currently doing to add to your healthy lifestyle habits. So if that's finding a sleep schedule, cool, work on it for an entire month. Don't try to do a million things at once, work on that one thing. These new habits you can develop can be very small or very big. I just want you to find them. Literally Google healthy habits, healthy lifestyle choices, good things to do for depression. Look through them and figure out what you think you can accomplish and pick them on and start doing it. You could literally make a habit of drinking 2 cold glasses of water every single day, right when you wake up. That's going to hydrate your brain. It's going to be good for your digestive system, and it is good for you. And a month later, you're suddenly getting way more water in your system. Maybe that'll help your brain. And then you can dive into bigger things. But you're going to start adding good habits. And you're going to pick one thing at a time, not 10 things to do at once and then get overwhelmed and do none of them. Pretty soon, you're someone who just has a pretty healthy lifestyle. And maybe you'll start feeling better. Number 4 is something I've spoken on before, but it's worth mentioning again. I think everyone should do a gratitude list every single night. Now, there's an app called 5-Minute Journal that I use. It's really, really simple. It's intuitive. It's functional. It also has you make goals for the day. But if you just want to put pen to paper, just write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for every day. It will train your brain to start scanning the world for good. And if you're not feeling well, there's a good chance that you're scanning the world for the negative just naturally. And I remember being there. I do. But it can be altered. You can switch that around. That's what having a gratitude journal is all about. This is something you should be doing, something you can be doing, and it won't take a ton of time out of your life. Trust me, do it. Number 5 for me is getting active. But there's a caveat. With a group setting. Something we do as depressives is we isolate. We just inherently feel better when we're alone, or so we think. But that sort of allows us to stay in a routine and a rhythm of self-reflection, anxiety, obsession, depressive tendencies. We don't hold ourselves very accountable. And there's something magical and unspoken that can happen when you are around other people, even when you think you don't want to be. Now, couple that with getting active, with moving around. I don't care if it's something simple or something complex, is like lightning in a bottle. It's amazing. You'll find yourself like being super depressed, and then you go to a class or a gym activity or a community activity or some walking club, running club, gardening club, biking club, CrossFit, weightlifting. I don't care what you do. It can be very basic. And when you're around other people and you're being active, something just comes over you. Even if you naturally are dark and depressive and quiet, something comes out of you that can't come out otherwise. And it can lead towards a better mood. It can show you you're still there. So these are just 5 simple things. They are not specific and unique to any one person. They're things that I believe will always be good for me and can always be good for you. All you have to do is let your feet take you to where your brain will soon follow. You've heard me say that on this channel, something I have to repeat to myself. Understand that this next year will be what it's going to be. If you think it's going to be shitty, you don't know that. Start watching those negative thoughts, by the way. Add some of these things in. Pick some other things you feel like would be good to try, but do it. I can't stand people that say New Year's resolutions are stupid or dumb. Look, anything that gets anyone looking to better themselves, in my opinion, is a good thing. Should we all be making more resolutions year-round? Yeah, but you're here now. Pick something and chip away at it. I believe in you. You can do it. Let's make this next year the best we can, all right? Later.